Hey, it's Super Squee here of the Emotionally Unstable Gamer channel on YouTube. Um, and we're gonna try this again because my computer decided to freeze for no fucking reason. Also, if you hear a baby cry, this is not a murder house. My nephew has just been grumpy today. Moving on. So I might fly through some of these, by the way, because I have already said them because my computer freaked out and didn't save the file. So, BattleBlock Theater. Really fun. It's a great like puzzle platforming game. Played through this with my friend. Like it can get irritating at times. It will take you actually speaking with your other player, like actually knowing what the hell is going on so you don't fuck up. Really great voice acting, really great sound design in my opinion. It's got Stamper in it from YouTube, William Stamper. He does a lot of voice acting work and his voice is awesome in this. I love his character, Hattie. Oh, excuse me. You can collect all kinds of cool little heads for your characters and different weapons and all kinds of stuff, and it's just got a lot of like the game's got a lot of character. Like it just has a lot of character all over the place. The music is fun, especially like the end credits music, and I would definitely give this one a try. Wow, that was gross. So I'm not a huge fan of this movie's art style, but I think it's a lot of fun. It's a good family movie. It's got some really good jokes and some silly, like, off-the-wall humor stuff. I don't think it's, like one of the Disney greats or anything, but I also don't think that it's, like, garbage. It's a really good, like, in-between, just it's a good movie. It's not going to win awards. I mean, maybe it did, but it's also not, like, meant to be in the trash pile. So I have seen the movie. I liked what the movie did, but I kind of like this series better in some ways because it's not aliens. It ends up being like Mother Nature out in the wild, like coming down to duel out justice because of like shitty townsfolk. The only thing I really didn't like about this one is that there was like shoot in fucking sex scenes and shit, which the only thing I can think of is like maybe it came down from like higher ups at Spike, because I feel like Spike is marketed as like a male channel where it's like I'm a dude and I got testosterone and I like touching titties and meh. But I like the characters. I like the aesthetic of this show. I think there's some really cool like macabre style like shit going on, and I can see why it only got one season because like there are a lot of areas that do fall flat, but I would have been interested in seeing where this went afterwards. So Halo Reach is Halo, and I like Halo, and it's a lot of fun, and I feel like in some ways I go back and forth between if I like Halo Reach's multiplayer or Halo 2's multiplayer better, like specifically for couch co-op, because it's got great weapon selection, it's got great levels, it's just a lot of fun, and the added abilities you get in Halo Reach are a lot of fun to deal with. I played through this one with my friend Jason. It was an absolute blast. We ran around on forklifts and ran over different aliens, so that was cool. I also had this misconception when I played this for the first time. I thought that it was like a game retelling of the book Fall of Reach, so I was very confused for large chunks of the time and had to go look up on a wiki because I thought I knew and I did not know. I really like the ending of this game, and I like the fact that you get to make your own Spartan that's part of the Spartan squad, so that's really cool. But you like shooters, you like Halo, you want something fun to play in co-op, I would totally go play this. It's good time. And it just recently came out on PC, so like you can get like the best version if you got a good enough PC to play this shit. I loved the old the Tobey Maguire movies. I really like the Amazing Spider-Man movies as well. I hear that there might be like a multiverse style crossover with all three Spider-Mans here soon. I hope that's true. If it's not, it's okay, but man, that'd be fucking dope. I like Spider-Man a lot. I didn't used to be into superheroes like at all. It wasn't my thing. But like I've gotten more interested in them recently or like in the last 5 to 10 years. And I really like Spider-Man. I really like what they did here and like shaping him into the greater MCU. I think Vulture was a really great choice of a villain in this, and I feel like Michael Keaton played him like really, really well. And I liked his like motivation of why he was, and I liked the little Easter eggs of the other Spider-Man stuff. So this motherfucker, it froze my Wii, and I think it might have froze my computer too when I got to it before, because I couldn't move when I got to this. So hopefully we'll get past this. And I feel like I said what I needed to say when I made my post about this a while back, so I'm just going to read the post. Things that I didn't like about Dead Space Extraction. Camera moving way too fast, even with the camera shake all the way down when you're trying to grab ammo and health. Co-op target reticules blending into each other and being way too big. Health drops disappearing permanently after restarting from a checkpoint. Sharing health pickups but not ammo. Making it hard to see the differences in ammo types due to color palettes. How extremely dark the game is and how it is too hard to see anything even with the brightness all the way up. How the game gives you a flashlight that barely lets you use and is kind of pointless in a lot of the places that it does allow you to use it. Camera floating away from important stuff in boss fights. Interesting last boss that is ruined by not being challenging, just frustrating due to shitty repetitiveness. Starting boss fights with half health when you checkpoint, even if you had full health when you started the fight. Things I did like about Dead Space Extraction. The graphics. It looks really good for a Wii title. It almost looks like it could be like a crisp, like low-end 720p like launch game for a system that's more powerful than the Wii. The weapons, varied and cool, and everything has a use somewhere. The Yoshi tongue you get to grab shit with, which is like your kinetic ability. Lexine Murdoch, who is, I believe, the girl that is on the front case right here. That time the game made me think my dude was killing necromorphs while naked. The atmosphere of the game. The story. Simple, but a good start off that leads nicely into Dead Space 1. I love this game. I really did. But I feel like whoever made this game looked at a few on-rail shooters and didn't play them and just kind of went, hey, this seems cool. And without actually knowing what an on-rail shooter should be, shoehorned a lot of stuff that doesn't work well into one. I felt accomplished beating the last boss, but it was more from working together with my friend Jason and letting teamwork prevail over frustration. And the wise words of Jason, that was stupid. Yes, friend, indeed it was. And a small shout out to my friend Chris for doing the last level with me after me and Jason tried to finish it yesterday night and the damn thing froze my Wii at literally the last minute of the game. Which, by the way, if you purchase this on the Wii and play it, it does have a small chance to freeze your console after playing it for several hours on end. It does not break your console. It won't break anything. It also has this error on the Wii U. There's also a PS3 version of this that works with controller and with move controller functionality. Okay, so I still haven't watched season 3 of Stranger Things. I want to. My Netflix is off at the moment because it's not important to me, and there's other things. But I do really enjoy this series. I really like season 1. I really like the fucking Demogorgon thing. I want to know more about that world. I love the aesthetic. It's just so nice. Like, I love fucking, God, I can't remember his name right now, but I love Homeboy with the baseball bat right there. He is a precious boy. He protects his babies. Mama Steve. His name is Steve. I remember. And then this season was incredible. I love that it kind of showed that, like, oh, there's some other, like, weird superpowered children over here. And, like, that's super awesome. That's super awesome. I want to see more of that. So hopefully I see more of that in the 3rd season when I finally watch that shit. This is my second favorite Guitar Hero, honestly. My favorite is Guitar Hero 5, just because I feel like maybe that was like the age group. Like when I was at the age I played this was the best to me because that was like kind of my teenage like or preteen aesthetic. It was like grungy rocker style bullshit, and you know, Guitar Hero 5 was like my aesthetic when I was like 15, 16, whatever. I love the diversity in the songs in this game. I've played like all the versions of it, like on every console it's been on, just because I happen to have the ability to do so, whether my friends owned it or I did. I remember spending late nights playing this. And I remember my favorite thing, thinking when I was playing this for the first time, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if, like, you get to the end and you fight Lou and its devil went down to Georgia? And then I, being a person that plays Johnny Napalm as my main character, got to that final level, and then the devil went down to Georgia. And Johnny played that fiddle hard, and it was an incredible moment for my fucking 13-year-old mind to be like, holy shit, that actually happened. And it was like, is just cool. They didn't have to do that. They did that though. They did that. It was cool. I love the character customization in this. I love all the outfits and shit that you can buy in the little store. The bonus songs are awesome. Like, some of my favorite songs are from this. I like know a bunch of bands now specifically because of the bonus songs and some of the main set list on this game. I love the guest characters. I love doing the guitar battles. The guitar battles are one of my favorite things, and I love doing the guitar battles with friends, even though none of my friends are able to keep up with me on those battles typically, so that part sucks. But it's a great Guitar Hero game. It's so much fun. And this one can be played with a controller. So if you don't own a Guitar Hero controller, but you just have, like, you know, obviously you have to have a normal console controller if you own one of these consoles. You can play it with just a normal controller, like a PS3 or an Xbox 360 controller. It's a little weird to get used to at first, but I've beaten the game on Expert with a controller, so it is doable, and I know there are players that are way better than I am. So, if you like music or think you'd be interested in this, like a rhythm game, like, it's a lot of fun. Fable II is my favorite Fable, honestly. It's got problems, but I feel like it added enough, and I like the art style a bit better than Fable 1. I felt lackluster about the DLC that got added to it. Like, it was cool, but it was kind of like, because, like, it gave you Knothole Glade, but it was Knothole Island, and it wasn't really like Knothole Glade, so it was like in name alone. But there were a lot of cool shops there, and I like the different stuff you could do. My character that I made, by the end of this, I made a female hero, and like, she kind of looked like a bimbo, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. That's just the only way I can think of, like, to describe her. I really liked her aesthetic, and she had like scars across her face, and she had like a corset that was white, and she had like white hair, and I had like a guitar that I used as a weapon, and like a big fucking gun. So like, she was my cool ass battle bard, and like, I just absolutely love playing this game and collecting a bunch of the extra achievements. And I finished like all the gargoyles, and I got all the silver keys, which is something I didn't do before. It was just fun to explore more of the Fable 2 world of Albion, because like, I just really enjoy this game. So honestly, I remember very little of this series. If you have seen the meme where there's like a boy and this blue lizard person, and it's like, wow, they made an anime out of Blue's Clues, this is the anime that meme is talking about. It's like an otaku kid gets shifted into like a medieval elf world with magic and dwarves and shit, and the government wants him to like find out stuff about them and like teach them culture, but like, he teaches them like otaku culture, like about manga and stuff, and they get really into it, and the whole point is the government wants them to get so into it that they're distracted, and the military can just run in and steal all the resources of this other world. But like, there's all kinds of like fan servicey shit in it. It's got some like really cute, like really well done animation. I was not a fan of the dub, which most of the dub was not done, at least not up where I could find it to watch it. And me and my friend Jason were watching it, so it got to a point he wanted to finish it, and I believe he's dyslexic, or he's just a very slow reader, so he doesn't like pausing to watch subtitles. It's not like an issue of like he has an issue with subs. It's just like he can't read them fast enough, and he feels like he's not enjoying it well enough. So I opted to read all of the subtitles for him because I read quickly, and it was fun because it like added an extra edge to like the normal like watching of an anime with a friend, because I got to help him out. So bam, that's the end of the list, and I'm going to, or not the end of the list, but that's the end of this portion, and I'm going to cut this video before it decides to freak out and my computer like hates me again when I'm on the last fucking entry. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.